Hi, Amy DeTine here with ERA Team VP and Hollymont Realty. Today I'm here with Scott Bacon of Certified Radon Systems, and we're standing in front of many of the beautiful ski chalets that are available at Hollymont. And Scott's going to talk with us a little bit about radon and what to do if you think you may have radon in your home. Hollymont ski area has hundreds of homes that are on the slope side, built on the mountains, and is also one of the largest private ski clubs in North America. 50 slopes. I have to pull a plug in there for my membership. And Scott's going to tell us a little bit more about radon.
So radon is a colorless, odorless gas that is in the ground and is derived from the breakdown of uranium. And there's uranium all over or in the ground all over the place, all across western New York and Canada and the northern states. And that radon is actually drawn into the houses through foundation cracks and other openings. And your house really is kind of like a vacuum that's drawing it in to force it in, and then it ends up accumulating there, giving us elevated levels inside the house.
Okay. And we're looking at a lot of beautiful homes right on the hillside and townhouses right here at Hollymont, and oftentimes people test their vacation homes. They haven't actually tested the homes that they live in full time. But isn't it also true that one chalet on the hill might have a higher radon level and others don't as well?
Right, yeah. It really all depends on what is below that particular building. You can have extremely low levels in one, and then 20 feet away you can have a house that is elevated and above the EPA recommendation.
So for people that have homes here in the Ellicottville area, should they also then, oftentimes they're prompted to get a radon test when they're purchasing a home. So if they're prompted to have a radon test here at a chalet that they're thinking of buying, should they then also be going back to a place, say like Buffalo or the city of Rochester, and test their own primary homes?
Yeah,
too?
if they're testing here, they should. I guess we could back it up a little bit. A lot of people don't realize even what radon is until they get into a situation like this, when they have a home inspection or a building inspection on a house they might be buying down here. Once they learn about it, I think everybody really should run a test in their house for peace of mind, if anything.
So what happens when people find out they have radon in their home?
Once I guess elevated levels have been discovered or tested for and found, I think at that point they should probably call a certified radon professional like myself to come in, and we can consult on the next step and where to go and the type of mitigation system that might be required. We can discuss everything and in terms of cost and the type of system and everything that's involved in it to make it as easy as possible to get the levels down to acceptable.
Okay, and so tell us, what is considered a level that people should consider remediation?
So obviously, I mean, your lowest levels are your safest levels. The EPA has put forth a EPA radon action level of 4.0. So they consider anything that is 4 and above that should be mitigated, and anything that is below that is considered safe to live with. But naturally, I mean, your lowest levels really are your safest levels.
So now say that a homeowner has a radon system and maybe they're selling that home, or they've had a radon system and now they're selling the home, a new buyer is coming along. How secure can they feel about that system that's in the house? Should they test again when they're repurchasing a home that has a system?
Absolutely. We always recommend to do another test just to make sure that everything is still working properly. The fans and the radon systems themselves, they are mechanical, so they could break down in the future. They might slow down. Something might be wrong with it, and it doesn't hurt just to do especially in a situation like that, you're already going through the whole house, do a radon inspection and a test just to make sure that everything is still up to par and working the way it should be.
And with your systems, you offer a warranty. You offer a warranty.
We do. Yep. We warranty the systems. We do have multiple different types of systems, so along with those systems comes a different type of warranty, but they usually range anywhere from 5 to 10 years.
Tell us a little bit about the test process.
So the testing there's 2 ways really to do it. We use electronic continuous radon monitors, and there's also charcoal canisters. They're placed in a house, usually the lowest livable level. which is usually the basement. You don't ever test in a crawl space or dirt floor area that can't really be used. So you're going to go to the lowest livable level. The tester is basically just going to be set up, and it's going to take air samples for anywhere between 2 to 6 days. And we come back, in the case with us, we run the electronic unit, so we're actually going to come back. We'll have the results almost immediately when we do come back to retrieve that test. Charcoal canisters do take a little bit longer. They have to be closed up and actually mailed out to a lab, and the lab has to analyze them. Both ways are suitable ways of testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for a lay person that sees test kits in Home Depots, I mean, can you speak to the reliability of those tests?
They're much better than they
on the spot, but
they're much better than they used to be. I do recommend anytime somebody does ask about that, going through your local municipality, because a lot of places the town halls will sell them. Or calling the local health department, whether it's New York State or if you're from out of state, your local health department, and go that route. They're just a little more reliable. Obviously, there's going to be human error, or the possible for human error on any type of test that's being done, but going through your local health department is going to assure that that's a little bit lower than if you went to Home Depot or Lowe's. They're a little bit better testers.
Well, and I can tell you from experience that we rely on Scott with a lot of our transactions in this area to keep that process moving forward. We always want to come to a happy medium for buyers and sellers, and typically we are able to work that out between everyone. And then people are getting a safe home they feel comfortable raising their children in and spending a lot of time in. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, I think we covered it all.
Good.
Yeah, I'm here to help, and hopefully we continue to work
appreciate
together.
that. And we'll add your information at the end here so that people can have that number and your name available and continue skiing and have a great day. And I appreciate your time.
Well, thanks,
Scott.
Yes,
We'll
thank you.
do this again sometime.
Absolutely.
All right.